Best BP thrower in the Cape Cod Baseball League. That is head coach Don Snedden. Best broadcast team in the Cape League. Well, that's us. Jacob Toby alongside Sam Corman and Connor Federico. The Gatemen welcome in the Cotuit Kettleers tonight here at Spillane Field. It's July 3rd, guys, but it's July 4th night being celebrated here at Spillane Field. How does that make you feel? I mean, you're experiencing July 4th for the first time here on the Cape.
Well, all my past experiences of July 4th have mostly been on Cape Cod.
Really?
No.
Well, I didn't know that.
But it's been at the beach along with the fireworks in the distance over the Atlantic Ocean or the Nantucket Sound or whatever they call it here.
Cape Cod Bay.
That's the other side, though.
Well, I know, but we got fireworks on both sides.
But baseball beats beach on this July 3rd evening. So
wow.
I'm pretty excited for my first Cape Cod League experience on July 4th. The attendance numbers have been climbing around the league for this week, and I think the fans are ready for some good baseball.
Yeah, and yesterday in our Twitter poll, it was going to a baseball game that beat all the other July 4th activities, like going to the beach, going to the fireworks, going to the barbecue. So baseball, it reigns supreme here on Cape Cod, even on this great American holiday.
Yeah, it does, and the Gatemen got that 4-0 win versus the YD Red Sox last night here at Spillane. Let's take a look at those highlights. Gatemen taking on the YD Red Sox. Justin Montgomery going for his third win of the season. We pick it up in the top of the second where Montgomery, 3 straight strikeouts. First, Carlos Cortez. He goes down swinging for strikeout number 1 in the inning. Then it's Nick Quintana. He goes down swinging. Back-to-back swinging strikeouts for Justin Montgomery. Luke Miller. He also goes down swinging. 1, 2, 3 in the top of the second. Justin Montgomery, 3 straight strikeouts. Very impressive from the Wareham right-hander. Christian Koss grounding into the 4 unassisted 3 double play. Jaron Duran, nice defense. We'll hear from him a little bit later in this one. Tags out Cooper Johnson and retires Christian Koss at the plate. Bottom 4, Jake Anchia. See you later into the stands. A 2-run shot gives the Gatemen a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th. And Anchia's 3rd home run of the season. Top 5, Luke Miller at the plate. Duran. We'll hear from him again. Flips the 4-6-3 double play. He has been stellar defensively so far for the Wareham Gatemen. Bottom 7, Stephen Kwan. Welcome to Wareham. RBI single. Scores scores John Topa. And Topa slides in safely. It's 3-0 Gatemen. And the next at-bat, Tanner Dodson. He's going to drive in Stephen Kwan for his 6th RBI of the season. Tanner Dodson has been red hot as of late, hitting in that 2nd spot last night, and he showed why. Drives in Stephen Kwan. Kwan's first run scored as a Wareham Gateman. Wareham takes the 4-0 lead. Peyton Culbertson coming on for his first save of the season. Top of the 9th, Drew Mendoza at the plate. And he is caught looking for strike 3. That would be your ball game. The Wareham Gatemen win it over the YD Red Sox by a final score of 4-0. They improve to 8-10 on the season. So the Gatemen do get that 4-0 win versus the YD Red Sox here at Spillane Field last night. And it was 2-out hitting, timely hitting in that matter last night versus the YD Red Sox.
Well, the pitching was really impressive, but the 2-out hitting also got the Gatemen that win yesterday. All 4 runs came with 2 outs, especially that piece of 2-out hitting early in the game in which William McIver was at bat, hit a little double in the center field that, wasn't the prettiest double you're ever going to see, but it was still a double. He got into scoring position, and it didn't really matter where he was on base because Jake Anchia just came up and launched one over the bleachers in left field. Maybe not over the bleachers, but it was a pretty long
That's a very hard task.
It was a pretty long home run.
That's a hard task to do.
For Anchia. So the 2-out hitting, in that instance, they got 2 more 2-out runs later in the game, and that's what helped the Gatemen get that run support for a phenomenal pitching staff yesterday.
Yeah, I wasn't here last night, but I did do my research. I did look at the tape, and wow, the pitching, Justin Montgomery, was fantastic yesterday.
Well, Montgomery in the 2nd inning struck out the side, 3 straight strikeouts, all swinging. His fastball, his changeup, they were working exactly how he wanted them to. And the YD hitters, they were just fooled. I mean, they knew about this guy. Sure, he's a D2 player, but he was Coca-Cola Week 2 Pitcher of the Week here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. They should have known about him. They probably did know about him, but his stuff was just too good. 5 scoreless, and then you ask Fitz Stadler and Peyton Culbertson. Each they throw 2 scoreless. Two-out pitching, that's sort of been an Achilles heel for the Gatemen so far this season. Yesterday, they were perfect. Scoreless innings. It was a great performance.
And Peyton Culbertson, that was the first time this season we've really seen him establish both those breaking balls of his and use them at the same time and use them really well. The slider and the curveball going both, hitters were fooled in the batter's box, and I think that's what he's been going for since he got here, and he just executed it very well yesterday.
Yeah, that's all we saw yesterday was great pitching and great hitting from the Wareham Gatemen. See if they can get that momentum going tonight. Again, versus the Cotuit Cavaliers, we'll preview pitching matchups, and we'll check in with our Claudia Kamen after this short break. You're watching the Gatemen pregame show presented by South Coast Health.
When you're sick or injured, you want care when and where it's convenient for you. South Coast Health Urgent Care has 4 locations: Fairhaven, Wareham, and now in Seekonk and Dartmouth. You can view wait times and even check in online at southcoast.org/urgentcare. Choose the time and location that's best for you. We'll even remind you when it's time to come in, and walk-ins are always welcome. Urgent care that exists to meet your needs. More than you expected? That's more than medicine. Check in at southcoast.org/urgentcare.
Welcome back to the Gatemen pregame show presented by South Coast Health. I'm Claudia Chikamian, joined by Gatemen pitcher Fitz Stadler. Fitz, you've been improving every time you've gone out to the mound. You're now at 4 scoreless innings over the past 3 games. So what has Lawler been working on you that you've noticed every time you take the mound?
He's a great coach. All I've been working on is pretty much lower body and nothing upper body really. He's pretty cool about the upper body stuff, but yeah, no, I love working with him, and he's a great influence on me.
What was really working for both you and Justin Montgomery against a very strong, offensive, powerful team in YD?
I just let them put it in play and see the good things that happen, and have my fielders behind me. They make plays every time, and I got confidence in them. It's the Cape League, so they're going to make plays behind me, and it'll get me out of innings.
Is there any pressure you feel coming out of the bullpen when you see the starting pitcher go really well and you want to continue that and not let them down?
I mean, I just see where the game takes me. I love coming in with the lead and seeing what the hitters can do with the other pitching, and I don't know, I just love pitching with the lead.
Now, you got to face a little kind of rival for you. You go to Arizona State, you got to face Nick Quintana from Arizona last night, who's playing for YD. You got to strike him out. So did that feel good, kind of striking out a rival from back home?
I mean, it's kind of fun, but, it's just competition. You love to get after it with a fellow rival, but nothing against him or anything. I love playing against rivals.
And the last time that the Gatemen faced the Cotuit Cavaliers, the pitching was very strong and had an offensive breakout. So what are you guys hoping to accomplish today when you're playing them again?
We've been hitting really well lately. Just let those hitters get some runs and let our pitchers go to work, really. I mean, nothing more to it than that. I mean, we've been hitting well lately, so hope to continue that.
Great. Thanks, Fitz.
Yeah, thank you.
Back to you, Jacob.
Thanks, Claudia. Welcome back into the Gatemen pregame show presented by South Coast Health. Jacob Toby alongside Sam Corman and Connor Federico. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup today, fellas. First for the Cotuit Cavaliers, it's going to be Zane Collins out of Wright State.
Yeah, Zane Collins pitched really well this year in the Horizon League. In ERA under 2.3, and he was really solid all season long, and he comes here out of a pretty small baseball program and is doing really well so far here on the Cape. Also, one thing to notice is his Cape League experience. Didn't pitch a ton last year for Cotuit, but was here with the Cavaliers and also through about 6 or 7 games. And that one summer, even if it's limited experience, really helps you. And like Peyton Culbertson, like I mentioned earlier, he has that 2 breaking ball combo that he likes to use of the slider and the curveball. Also throws in the changeup, because that fastball is not going to just blow by the hitters. It's about getting those secondary pitches involved as much as possible and executing them differently from each other, and that's the key for Zane Collins.
Zane Collins, a lefty. Gatemen will counter with a lefty. It's Justin Glover. He's been pretty good this season as well.
Justin Glover's been the number 2 in this 1-2 punch of the Gatemen starting pitchers, Justin Montgomery and now Justin Glover. Like you said, the lefty out of Georgia, 2-0 start to the season and a sub-2 ERA. He's pitching like he has years of Cape Cod Baseball League experience.
But he doesn't.
Yeah, this is just his first year with the Gatemen. He's been fantastic so far. Really great fastball. Pitched in the SEC. Had a tough year for the Bulldogs, but ever since he's gotten to the Cape, he has really gotten it together, and he has been incredibly impressive. I'm hoping that he's going to continue that performance today.
And so is he. That's Justin Glover, Zane Collins for the Cotuit Cavaliers. You're watching the Gatemen pregame show presented by South Coast Health. We'll be right back after this.
When you're sick or injured, you want care when and where it's convenient for you. South Coast Health Urgent Care has 4 locations: Fairhaven, Wareham, and now in Seekonk and Dartmouth. You can view wait times and even check in online at southcoast.org/urgent care. Choose the time and location that's best for you. We'll even remind you when it's time to come in, and walk-ins are always welcome. Urgent care that exists to meet your needs. More than you expected? That's more than medicine. Check in at southcoast.org/urgent care.
Welcome back to Gatemen Pregame Show, presented by South Coast Health. I'm Claudia Chikamian, joined by Tristan Pompey. Tristan, you just got back from the home run derby. You hit 27 home runs in the first 2 rounds. What was that experience like for you?
It was honestly a really fun time. No pressure on me, just trying to have a good time. There was 21,000 people there, so it's probably the most I've ever played baseball in front of. But it was awesome.
You got to play against some guys who are playing in the Cape League this summer. So is that cool getting to see them play and see what kind of things they do at the plate? Yeah,
we were actually talking about that. 5 of the 6 of us are in the Cape, and we're all on different teams except for Julian and Chandler. They're on the same team, but it's kind of cool to see we're all doing real well and we're all here playing baseball together. But now we know each other, so when we play against each other, it'll be a fun experience.
Yeah, so Conine was there, and he'll be playing tonight for Cotuit. So are you excited to see him again?
Yeah, I'm excited to see how he does, yeah.
Was there anything you learned from playing in the home run derby that you can take back here for the rest of the summer here in Wareham?
Just enjoy the moment, have fun, just don't put too much pressure on yourself, because it's just a game at the end of the day, and just, go out there and be you.
And what was it like getting to come back last night and play with the guys again? Did you miss playing for the Gatemen at all?
Yeah, I did. It's always good coming back to these guys. They're a great time.
And you were at the Derby when we played Cotuit the first time. So is there anything you've noticed about them that you're ready to take to the plate tonight?
Just kind of continue the offense that the Gatemen had against them the first day. Keep that rolling.
Great. Thanks, Tristan. Back to you, Jacob.
July 4th night here at Spillane Field is present on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Those are the shoes of our beat writer, Matt Feld, as he joins me here, Jacob Toby, with Matt Feld here on the Gatemen Pregame Show, presented by South Coast Health. Make sure to follow the Gatemen on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud. And Matty Feld, how you doing today?
How are you?
I'm pretty good. I had a day off. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling relieved here. The Gatemen got the win last night 4-0. And now we talk about this pitching for the Gatemen. They've got Justin Montgomery, 17 scoreless innings. Then you have your number 2 punch who's going tonight, Justin Glover, who's only allowed 2 earned runs this season. Then you got Griffin Roberts going tomorrow. That's a pretty good 1-2-3 punch.
Yeah, and all of a sudden the Gatemen have one of the better starting staffs I think we've seen in the Cape League. And when they struggled at the beginning of the year, the problem was not the pitching. There has been some offensive struggles in and out overall, but the pitching's been pretty consistent all year, and that continued yesterday. Montgomery, 5 more scoreless innings, 17 for the year, as you mentioned, trying to replicate what Gunnar DeLeger did last year when he allowed just 1 earned run in 21 innings. And when you follow that up tonight with a left-hander and Justin Glover, very similar to Montgomery in the way he pitches, control first, and then you bring a power pitcher in as your number 3, so to speak, in Roberts, who can get up there toward 95 with his power slider. A really nice 1-2-3, and then you have the back end of the bullpen with guys like Peyton Culberson and Brett Conine. It makes for a successful formula for the Gatemen.
Yeah, you saw Culberson get that save last night versus Whitey. Talk about the outfield rotation now with Stephen Kwan coming in, getting an RBI last night versus the Whitey Red Sox. What's it looking like rotation-wise in the outfield?
Yeah, yesterday we saw John Toba make his first start in right field, and it's going to be interesting to see how head coach Don Sennin kind of mix and matches. As we mentioned before, Tanner Dodson is it's impossible to take him out of the lineup right now with the way that he's been hitting. Another extra base hit yesterday, and he's back in the 2 spot for the 4th game in a row in center field. So between him, Nick Angelini, they can kind of platoon in center field. Stephen Kwan in left, Nick Angelini and Luke Bonfield in right, and then you got Tristan Pompey, who wants to get a couple of reps in center field. So it's always good. It's never a bad problem when you have too many guys that can all play and play at a high level in the outfield, and that's what head coach Don Sennin has. I'd expect Stephen Kwan to play just about every day in the leadoff spot, and then Pompey and even DH or center field. But as long as Dodson keeps hitting and Topa keeps hitting at the bottom of the order as he's been doing, it's going to be very hard to take those guys out of the lineup.
Hey, it's July 4th night here at Spillane Field, and he is repping his shoes like no other man here on the Gatemen Baseball Network. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Pregame Show presented by South Coast Health. That's Matt Feld, Jacob Toby.
When you're sick or injured, you want care when and where it's convenient for you. South Coast Health Urgent Care has 4 locations: Fairhaven, Wareham, and now in Seekonk and Dartmouth. You can view wait times and even check in online at southcoast.org/urgent care. Choose the time and location that's best for you. We'll even remind you when it's time to come in, and walk-ins are always welcome. Urgent care that exists to meet your needs. More than you expected? That's more than medicine. Check in at southcoast.org/urgent care.
Welcome back to the Gatemen Pregame Show presented by South Coast Health. Best broadcast team here on the Cape. Jacob Toby alongside Sam Corman and Connor Federico. Let's watch some players for tonight for the Cotuit Cavaliers. It's Grayson Genista. What do you got on him?
Yeah, Grayson Genista, surprising, one of the two surprising Wichita State Shockers here on the Cape League, shocking the shocking the rest
he
of the
went
Cape
there.
so far.
He just went there.
Grayson Genista for Cotuit this year, hitting over 300, been one of the best, most consistent hitters in the Cotuit lineup. And then his teammate Alec Bohm in Falmouth is leading the Cape League with a batting average over 430. So Wichita State coming in here and just kind of stealing the show. They're a basketball school, but
they play baseball.
Baseball too, apparently. Pretty impressive stuff. Genista 41 RBIs this year for Wichita State in like just over 50 games, hitting over 300. As you mentioned, he's a really good. You can basically slot him in anywhere in the lineup, and he'll hit pretty well. He's been at the top of the order, he's been in the middle, so he's just been a very versatile player for Cotuit this year. And I think that he's easily a player to watch if you're the Gatemen pitchers, especially Justin Glover today.
So it's Brett Canine for the Wareham Gatemen, but it's Griffin Conine for the Cotuit Cavaliers, and he's a slugger.
Yeah, and it's spelt the same way, but, one's a pitcher, one's a hitter, and there's not enough you can say about Griffin Conine. His father, Jeff Conine, a former MLB player, and, man, he just has such quick hands, can really get the bat on the ball, and he can drive it. He was just selected to play in the college home run derby along with Logan Davidson of Falmouth and Tristan Pompey of the Wareham Gatemen. So it's really impressive when you get selected out of hundreds of college baseball players to be picked to go to Omaha, and Conine was among them. He had a decent day, didn't make the final rounds, but had plenty to show for it, and he's just a great hitter, and he could really do some damage even at a park like Spillane Field where the walls are pretty far.
It's like an MLB park here. I'll keep you hot on the mic.
He has an MLB future, Conine, for sure. I mean, he can really hit the ball. I think he's got all the tools to be able to do it.
I'll keep you hot on the mic. How did the Gatemen get the win tonight?
Well, you do it sort of the same way you did last time. 11-0. It's easier said than done.
It's a lot to ask for an offense, 11 runs.
Well, I mean, I think on the other side, it might be a little harder to ask for the pitching to come out and throw 2 straight shutouts against the same team, and maybe 2 straight shutouts in a row. The Gatemen just won 4-0 against the YD Red Sox, and the Gatemen staff has the ability to do it. I wouldn't be surprised if Justin Glover went 5 innings again, only giving up a run or 2, or even none. I mean, he really just has that kind of stuff. So I think this has to be the pitching staff's day to shine once again. They have the ability to do it. It's just, will they come out here? Will they take the hill here at Spillane and show they've got it?
Sammy Boy, what are you looking for tonight?
And I'm going to keep it on pitching as well, because I think that this pitching staff has just been so impressive that I think that's going to be the key to almost every game now for the Gatemen is their pitching. But I'm going to say specifically bullpen pitching. Yesterday, that was the reason that they actually came away with that win. It was a great performance by Justin Montgomery to start, but without Fitz Stadler and without Peyton Culbertson coming in and kind of anchoring it down in the last 4 innings, they wouldn't have gotten that win. And I think that if they do the same today, they get good bullpen pitching no matter who it is. There's a lot of guys to choose from. I think they'll be in good shape today.
All right, so that's Connor Federico, Sam Corman. I'm Jacob Toby. Thank you for watching the Gatemen pregame show presented by South Coast Health. Make sure to catch the stream starting at 6:30 on the Gatemen Baseball Network.